Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday, the 16th of February. I had to think about what day it is. Saturday, the 16th of February. I'm going to be using the February BoxyCharm to do my makeup today. We're going to do hair and makeup. I'm going to do my hair first. It's raining outside, so the hair is going up, back, down. I haven't really quite decided, but I just finished my skincare. My skin is looking so nice as of late. I'm proud of her. She's doing well, you know? This is like the longest I feel like my skin has been consistently clear in a very long time, and I'm very happy about it. So let's jump right in. We're gonna start with the hair first, and here's what my hair is currently looking like. It's in like a day 5 twist out that I refreshed 2 days ago and like retwisted and left the twist in for about an hour. Yeah, it's looking a little raggedy. So I'm thinking that we're just gonna pull it up into a high puff. So let's get that started. Yeah, because I look crazy. I look very crazy. Crazy. All right, we're gonna need the hair tie for the high puff. This is a newer one. I always have to like test out. This is too stiff. Let me put this one back out here to stretch. Let's see. That's too loose. I have one I could tie. I might try that, the whole tying it method. We'll see how that works. These are too loose for right now. These are hair ties. Oh, journey. This is another one I can tie that's new, that snapped. Literally under here, it's not like a disaster, but there's a lot going on. Ooh, this is like super new. We need to stretch this one out so it can be used. Let's see. Still searching for the perfect tool to use to achieve said style. We're gonna need these items. And that. I want it to be kind of slick back and kind of like taut, so I don't want to use them too loose. All right, I found the headband we're gonna use this one. It's newer, but it's still got some really decent stretch to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. First, I'm gonna start by spraying my hair with some aloe vera juice from this bottle. I'm spraying the perimeter. Just going in, misting the perimeter. I still have this cough. I'm gonna say this aloe vera juice has lasted me a very long time in this spray bottle. Okay, make sure I get the back. So you're probably wondering, what am I doing up so early on a Saturday? I have to go to Columbia today to interview students for a high school seniors, I should be more specific, high school senior students for a teaching fellow scholarship, which is a scholarship for future educators that are going to public four-year universities here in South Carolina. And the trade-off is they give you $30,000 that is equally distributed between your 4 years. Only 4 years. If you end up going longer, that's on your own. Coint, like me, I took 5.5. But they give you this money, and then the trade-off is that you teach in South Carolina for 4 years in like a Title I, low SES kind of school, or a school that's in some sort of need. So yeah, I got that scholarship, and I always give back every year by going to interview rising students that are seeking the scholarship. All right. So I've sprayed the perimeter of my hair. It's pretty moist. I'm going to go in with Eco because I'm going to wash my hair, the Eco Argan Oil around the perimeter to start slicking my hair upwards. This headband is very tight around my neck, so I don't like to keep it on for too long because it's not painful. It's just uncomfortable, you know? It's uncomfortable. So I took a lot of the gel. Oh, bounce. And we're gonna go in quite heavily around the perimeter of my head. Okay. Cool. So we've got the gel applied. When it comes to my ends, whatever moisture is left over my hands, I'm just kind of tugging on the ends and sort of scrunching them a little bit to give the ends a little bit of something. I'm going to take my bristle brush. One side has hard bristles, the other one has soft. We're going to use the soft side. And I'm just going to brush my hair in the direction that I want it to stay for the day. Smoothing this hair up. Okay. And now I'm going to take the headband. This is why you have to do this before you do your makeup, or you're going to rub off the foundation on your forehead. Because this headband is relatively tight. It's not a loose one. So I had to do my hair first. Okay. And then I just start to roll it on up. And I'm going to take my pick and kind of go in at my roots because my hair is very stretched and I need some more volume to it. So we're going to do some stuff. Oh, I'm looking interesting. I look like some sort of plant, some house plant. Okay. That also kind of helps the headband stay when I pick the roots out. Okay. So this is what we're looking like right now. I'm going in with the pick some more at the roots. Cool. Now for the ends that are kind of like straight and just like not even curled, I'm going to go in and kind of touch up my ends with some of the, oh, hold on, not flash y'all, with the Eco Gel and some water, I think. I don't want to spray this whole section because then it's going to shrink and then we're going to end up with even more of a mess. Like I said, I'm washing my hair tomorrow, but I need it to be somewhat decent for today. I actually don't think I might need water. We're going to just try with the Eco Gel. So you see how these ends are kind of straight? I'm just going to dip into a little bit of the gel and I'm going to coil them and see if that helps them to revert. This would probably be faster if I added water. Yeah, it's starting to curl up. But I don't really feel like spraying my hair. Now that I made it kind of straighten up again. Okay, I'm just going to go around to some of the ends that are kind of framing the front and the sides. Not all of them. Not all of the ends are that bad. This is what happens when I stretch out my hair and then I twist and coil the ends, but then I pull it back into a ponytail when I sleep. The ends that are closer to the front of my hair, where the hair is shorter, it gets like stretched out on the ends and it looks weird and strange, as you can see. Some of the ends are okay. Some of them just need to be smoothed out a little bit, which I have the Eco Gel to do that. Yeah, I did not feel like trying to wash my hair for today. I didn't want to do a slick back ponytail again because I did that earlier this week for a day. So I'm just going to go in, touch up these ends. Overall, it's going to give like a messy-ish look, but we want it to be like organized messy, planned messy. And I'm just choosing some pieces that I feel need to be smoothed out on the ends. I'm just focusing from the front, how this looks. Okay, that's good enough for me, I think. Oh, there's some pieces over here that popped up. Let's see. Those are good. All right, so that's it for like the ends. They look crazy now, but as they dry and start to curl up some more, it'll look better, especially these ones like in the front. So what I like to do is just put this hair in a bonnet. I like to use this one because it doesn't really do anything for my edges. So I'll just take this hair up into the bonnet. This also gives it like a chance to kind of be scrunched inside of the bonnet to help those curls. And then I just push it up like this so I can work on the edges, and then we can move on to makeup. For my edges, I'm gonna go in with this gel that's I've been using. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this toothbrush. It's the first tool I pulled out. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm basically just smoothing them back and kind of just swooping them just slightly, not a lot. We're not doing the most today, especially with all the rain. You see, we're just smoothing them back. Slight swoop. So this side is undone. You can see the difference in this side. How it just looks slightly more styled. Like I said, nothing crazy. We don't have time for crazy. Okay. Then I just go over the back kitchen area, make sure that's nice and smooth up. Okay, so once I have my edges kind of how I want them with the gel, I like to go over with a little bit of actual edge control just to make sure that they're very smooth. So I'm going to use the Cream of Nature Argan Oil Perfect Edges Black. I really like this one. I'm going to go with a little bit of this just to kind of reinforce and add some additional like hold and security to my edges because they need that sometimes. I'm also going to do this little region that's kind of going straight back. I just don't want any problems from my hair for a day. And whatever's left over, I'm going to take on the back. All right, that's more than enough product. You can see it on there. Same toothbrush. Just making sure everything is smooth, smooth, smooth as can be. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Cool, cool, cool. don't know why. I feel like this side always comes out better than this side. No, it's usually the other way around, actually. I think, maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while. Okay, that's enough. Smooth and smooth. So now we're just going to tie it down while I work on my face and put on my makeup. And I'm excited to use these BoxyCharm products because a couple of them I have used before. And I need to start drinking my coffee. I ran out of my favorite creamer. I don't have any creamer, actually. So it just has sugar in it. So it looks like it's black, but there's sugar in there. I need to get some creamer. I really want to go to Cookout today. You know what's sad? Like when people are like, what are you planning to do this weekend? I was like, I have to do these scholarship interviews and maybe I'll go to Cookout. Like that's my idea of like a fun, enjoyable weekend. I love food and I don't get to go to Cookout too often because it's kind of far for me. Like it's a drive for me to get there. Like it's not conveniently located basically. So I really have been kind of wanting some Cookout. I've been on like a hamburger red meat kind of kick, but I think that's because, you know, my womanly time is coming and I found out that I have normal iron levels, but it's on the low end of normal. So that makes sense that I'm kind of like wanting red meat, especially since that time is coming. I'm going to be losing my blood. Makes sense. So yeah. All right. So I already did my skincare. My face hasn't changed very much. So let's go ahead and use one of the products from February BoxyCharm. We're going to use the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. I got a sample of this stuff. I even bought my own, but I haven't opened it yet because I'm trying to use up stuff before I open new things. And I really like this primer. So we're going to go with that first. And I'm going to do one pump. Okay, one pump was significantly bigger than the other. So like 1.5 pumps. And I'm going to rub this in on my T-zone. And then I'll make sure I do my eyelids, my eyebrow area. And then around my mouth. It really makes your skin feel really smooth and it kind of blurs it a little bit. This primer is really good. It works well with a lot of different foundations too. All right, primer is applied from BoxyCharm. The next few products are not from my BoxyCharm. I'll let you know. Again, this one was the No Problem Primer, smooth and pore covering, top secret for perfect makeup. And this primer is great. I really like it. Like I said, I've used it before. For foundation today, I think what foundation I want to wear today. Let's go on with the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in the shade D70. Hopefully this matches me. I haven't worn it on its own. We're going to go on with 1 pump, 2 pumps. Let me just see what 2 pumps does on this half of my face. I'm going to be using my ColourPop foundation brush, F15 foundation brush to blend it out. Yeah, this shade should be fine. And again, I use 2 pumps. Let's see how much of my face I can cover. Also doing my eyelids because I am going to put on eyeshadow. You can see it's giving me kind of medium coverage right now. I can see all my imperfections peeking through. Even when I use patting motions, yeah, this shade is really good for me. I can wear D80 in the summer. Yeah, you can see my imperfections peeking through. This foundation is super easy to blend though. The color match is really nice. And it's one of the most transfer resistant foundations I have. So I wore this a lot during marching band. Going with a little bit more on this side. Even though I haven't fully blended this side yet. Such a nice foundation from the drugstore. I just wish I had a little bit more coverage, but like I said, we'll just add a little bit more. Sometimes I mix in a more high coverage foundation to help this one out. But it's good for every day. It's also like $10. So that's always good. All right, so this is the last pump I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna use it to add a little bit more coverage on my cheek area. As you can see, I'm pressing it in, and on my temples, I have some scars. And I'm not gonna get full coverage, even building it up. It's gonna give me like medium plus. I need a little bit more for my upper lip. Yo, I have discoloration here. I like to cover. So I'm just gonna press it in. Try to get a little bit more coverage. On camera, you can still see my darkest marks are still peeking through, but this is good. So 5 pumps basically. For somebody that has stuff to cover like I do, is pretty good. I can still see my imperfections peeking through, but just barely, and we can add powder to help with the coverage. I don't want to add any more foundation though. And as you can see, my skin looks really nice and healthy, even though this is a mattifying foundation. And it doesn't feel heavy or cakey on the skin either. All right. Foundation is on. Let's set it. Let's set it. Let's set it. Ooh, set it. Ooh, okay. Let me stop. I don't know why I'm singing that song. We're gonna use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in the shade Honey. Do. Partially because it's just the most convenient powder for me to get right now, loose powder. I'm gonna put some into the cap. Try not to put too much. I'm gonna apply this with a sponge. The sponge is kind of dry. I like to normally use a damp sponge, but we're gonna use this kind of dry one today. I don't feel like wetting it. And I'm just gonna try and press it in with this sponge. It's kind of working. Around my eye area to set it. The finish is matte and super smoothing, which I love. As an oily skin person with some texture, that's like the best finish to have. Well, my preferred finish, I should say. Whoa. I went with a little too much there. Yeah, this sponge is so stiff because it's dry. I'm also gonna do the middle of my forehead and my brows with this loose powder, and probably my upper lip and around my mouth and my chin. Then we'll go into the skin tone powder. Excuse me. This powder does have a smell to it. And I don't really like the smell. And Bridget knows I forgot that area. Ooh, oh, okay. When your nose bridge isn't really there, the struggle. My nose is kind of flat. What is this? This is not even a line. Oh, it's okay. As long as some powder gets on there, we're good. All right, so that's it for loose powder. As you can see, it kind of, I don't want to say it made me look ashy, but it really brightens up my face wherever I apply this Fenty Beauty powder. What is a Fenty? That's some country talk. Fenty. Got my Fenty Beauty. There's still some stuck in the lid. Oh, there's a lot stuck in the lid. I'm gonna lightly dust this over the rest of my face. Lightly dusty. And then we're gonna go with the skin tone powder. My nose is running. No, don't run, nose. You don't want to let this stuff sit. That's why I don't really bake with it. I just press it into the skin because you will look really dry and it will really brighten you up. Like it'll be very prominent. And I don't really want that. So that's why I press it in. And I always go in with the skin tone powder after this powder because of how powerful it is. But the shade and just like the longevity of it and the finish of it is what I really, really like. Like my makeup lasts long with this powder. Like I don't have to worry about touching up. The shade, the undertone of honey is really nice with my skin tone. And the finish is beautiful. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the shade 360 Mocha for the corners of my face. And I'm going to use this brush. Normally I use a more dense brush, but I'm going to press it into the skin. And it's going to add just a little bit more coverage in these areas, as well as further set the other parts of my face that I didn't use the damp sponge with, or the dry sponge with. I'm used to it being damp, but I don't want to wet it. I'm feeling lazy. This is also going to add a little bit of color back into my face. But I'm not going to take it all the way up under my eyes because I still want those areas to appear brightened. So I am going to do my whole forehead though, because we don't want my forehead to be brightened at all. We just want it to stay matte and oil free because she be shining. My forehead be shining, 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 yeah. All of this oil. Oh yeah, this powder is really helping to add that little bit of coverage that I look for. I can still see my imperfections peeking through just barely. So that's what I like. Just barely or completely covered. Because if I'm going to be putting makeup on, I need it to transform me, or what's the point? And I'm literally going in with this Maybelline powder. I am going in. It's really great at making your makeup last. And yeah, I also find that with these powders, I do not get flashback either. That's one of your concerns. No one should be taking any pictures of me though. So, but just so you know, I noticed that when I use my Fenty powder and this Maybelline Fit Me powder together, it's my favorite combo at the moment, but I do not get flashback. Okay. My face is set, set, set. My edges should be too. I always like to take this off and make sure there's no line of demarcation, which there clearly is. That looks crazy. So I like to take the foundation brush and first tap over the edge where there is the line of demarcation. Because it still has some moisture to it, but not too much to where it's like gonna mess up my hair. And I'm just gonna blend that on out without trying to disturb my edges. All right, and then I go in with the Maybelline powder Fit Me powder, which is a darker skin tone powder. And I lightly tap over to just mesh everything together with my hairline and my edges so that it just blends together. I always find that whenever I tie my edges down, they never come out smooth. But when I just smooth them and just let them air dry, they come out better. But when I tie them down, I always get these weird, like my actual super tiny, super fine baby hairs always do something weird. Like they're not swooped the way I swoop. It's quite annoying, actually. Just like, really? What is this shadow? Y'all see these shadows? Under my eye, that's weird. That's different. Maybe it's just the lighting. All right, we're moving on to our next BoxyCharm product, and that is this Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan Highlighter. This is a really pretty color. It says, allow your skin to capture the light of any room you walk into with this unique velvety smooth highlighter. Infused with glow-loving, light-reflecting, and pearlescent pigments, this highlighter will give your skin the perfect amount of brightness. So we're going to go in with this highlighter. It's kind of peachy, pinky, rosy, goldy. Really pretty. Let me wipe off my highlighter brush so it won't mix with any of the other highlighters I've been using. All right. I'm using a BH Cosmetics 140 brush. It's kind of like a big, fluffy blending brush. Dipping into this highlighter, and let's see what happens. All right, first off, I'm going to say it's pretty subtle because I'm dipping in here pretty hard, and the payoff is not that intense. It's also emphasizing the texture I have. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're seeing it pop up. Okay, lighter. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to end up spraying my face because those powders are really mattifying, and my skin is like a little dry. But again, it's like super moist and humid and wet outside, and also kind of warm. So I'm like, should I spray it or should I just let my natural oils do their thing, and eventually I will not be so dry. I'm probably gonna spray it after this highlighter. Okay, yeah, I really like this highlighter. I just had to kind of dig into it a little bit, like activate it with my brush, you know? Not that that's a real thing, but I'm just, using words to say things. Now she's like showing up. She's here. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I also got the Pharmacy like honeybee cleanser, but I didn't use it yet because I have other cleansers I'm working on. This is pretty. I like this. This is nice on my dark skin too. I feel like a lot of skin tones can get away with this as long as it's not too dark for you, but I don't think it's going to be too light for many people unless you don't like a bright highlight. Okay, we're also going to apply this to the bridge of the nose. My dog, she has one of those like super hard, super chewer toys. And she always ends up like eating parts of it. And sometimes it like makes her throw up. So this morning, my dog threw up, not on my bed this time, because I feel like one of the other times I recorded, she had just thrown up on my bed. But I like actually picked her up and put her on the floor, and she threw up on my carpet. And then I took her out on the hard floor. So I have like fake hardwood floors here. And then she threw up again on the hard floor, which did make me mad because that's easy to clean. But the little spot on the carpet I already cleaned and everything and sprayed it down and like, got the smell out. But it's just like, girl, what a way to wake up to your baby throwing up. And it's so funny because like, I can tell when it's about to happen. I don't know if you guys have seen that video of like the mom, and it's like the caption's like superhuman mom instincts, like the family's asleep in the bed. You can tell the child's sick, so they're trying to comfort their child sleeping in the child's bed. And then the mom like wakes up and like grabs the trash can, like perfect timing. Like she just could feel like sense that motherly sense that her child was about to throw up. It's amazing I feel like I have that with my dog, you know? It's not the same, of course, because she's not a human, nor did I give birth to her. But like, I can tell when my Nola June is about to hurl. Before she starts making that sound, because you know dogs do that. That's like the sound they make before they throw up. But before she even makes the sound, like just the way she like moves and like tenses up her body, I can tell it's about to happen. That's why I was able to pick her up and take her off my bed, because normally she'll just throw up on my bed. Rude, inconsiderate. Just kidding. She doesn't know. All right. I really like this highlighter. As you can see, I applied a lot of it. And it actually applies really, really smooth. It blends very easily. And I really like the shade of it. Super pretty. It looks even prettier in person. But I mean, you can see the glow happening. Wow. Super pretty. Do I want to do blush? Because I could do a pretty vulgar blush. I think I have one of their blushes. But I don't think I am. I don't want to add any blush. I think I'm just liking the highlighter look. All right, let's move on to my eyebrows and then eyes. And I have an eye product and a lip product from this month's BoxyCharm. I have the Better Than Sex mascara, which I'm excited to open because some of the mascaras I have open right now are just disappointing. And yeah, I don't feel bad about opening another one. And then I have this Tracetique. Is that how you say that? Primer and color lip glaze in the shade English Rose, which I think is going to be really pretty and like appropriate. Like this is a teacher color, you know, like this is not the actual tip, but you can see the color of it. This is like such a teacher color. And I'm excited to try it out. So let's fill in these brows and get these eyes done. We're going to do a simple eye look. I'm feeling kind of bougie today. So we're going to use the Pat McGrath Sublime 3-2 palette. Mothership 2 Sublime palette. To do a nice, simple look. I've been watching a lot of Kinky Sweat. I really enjoy her videos, and she loves Pat McGrath, and I just watched her 3 looks using the 2 Pat McGrath palettes. Well, one that I own and the one that I'm interested in purchasing that I will purchase at some point during this year. Who knows when? Maybe just for my birthday, to be honest, because yo, the struggle with all these medical bills, yo, it's real. But we're not gonna talk about that. Let's put on the brows. Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. I need to spray my face. I said I was gonna spray my face before or after highlighter because she's feeling dry. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Makeup and Mist, which is also mixed with some Wet n Wild, which I think is also mixed with some Urban Decay. It's a mixture of setting sprays in this bottle. Okay. And I actually really like the way that this sprays out. Like it gives you a nice even mist. I really like the way it sprays out. But yeah, it's a different mixture of setting sprays in here. See if that helps my under eye area. I feel like my under eye area is still very dry. My hands actually create quite a bit of wind. Did you see me just hit myself in the face? Did it mess up my makeup? I took off some of the highlighter, but it didn't really go anywhere. We're good. I actually would like the e.l.f. mist instead. I'm not super picky when it comes to my setting sprays. Yeah, that definitely helped my skin quite a bit. I'm just gonna go in with the fluffy brush. Now this is like 90% dry. I'm just gonna go in and tap in the setting spray. The only part that it's bad for is my lid because it causes my lids to crease. But for the rest of my face, the setting spray really helps to mesh everything together and just help me not look so dry. I just look like too matte. I wouldn't say dry, just like too matte. Okay, yeah, that helped a lot. And now this makeup really won't be transferring because it's already transfer resistant, like super transfer resistant. Now that's been locked in. Going back in with the highlighter brush to fix this little area and to add a little bit more. Which I don't really need to because now I have on like a bunch of highlighter, but I'm not mad at it. All right. For my lids though, it causes them to crease. But it's okay. We're gonna go over it with eyeshadow. Should be fine. All right, back to the brows and then eyeshadow, mascara, lips, and we're done. I'm still on track for time. It's only 6:07. I don't need to be there until 8. And my drive is actually shorter than when I went to Columbia all last weekend. My sub last week was so funny. She's great. I love the note. I like kept her like notes on my sub plans because it's so funny. I think, that actually might be an option for me. I would not mind subbing for music classes after I leave the teaching profession. Like just subbing for music teachers specifically. Like going to the school districts around the area and saying, I am a music sub. I was a music teacher for X amount of years, 5 years, 7 years, maybe. We'll see how long I last. And I'm working full time now in the beauty industry, but on my days when I'm not doing that, I would love to sub in your music classes if you need me. Okay. Okay, brows. Brows, they've been cooperating lately. My skin has been doing well. My brows have been coming out fairly like symmetrical and just like really sharp and nice. It's been nice, you know? I watched Raven Elise's video of her daughter Zaya answering questions. She's so cute and so funny. Especially like when she's asking her, like, who do you like more? Like grandma or papa? Or Craig or me? And that was just hilarious to me. Because she was like, I like Craig more. So funny. And Raven was like, you're supposed to say mama. It was so funny. And then how she kept talking about how like Craig has a beard and Raven's brother PJ also has a beard and how her grandfather has a mustache. Like just funny things that kids like pick up on, those details. I think that's so interesting and just cute. Kids are cute. They really are. Especially when they belong to other people. And I gotta take care of them. Which is funny. That leads me to another conversation I had with my student at Jump Up for Heart yesterday. Yesterday was Jump Up for Heart, and I have a kindergarten student that I teach in, and her mom and her baby brother came for Jump Up for Heart, and I was telling her, I was like, oh my goodness, your baby brother's so cute. I was like, I love babies. And she looks at me and she was like, babies are annoying. And I was I started laughing and I said, I mean, you're right. And I said, that's why I like other people's babies because I don't have to live with them, hear the crying and all that, I don't have to deal with all that. That's why I like other people's babies because I get to give them back. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's smart. So funny. Just the way she said it was hilarious. And I was like, when, your brother grows up, you'll be thankful. I said the annoying phase won't last forever. It's going to last a while, probably several years, but you'll be thankful for him because you have someone that has your back and that you get to teach stuff. I'm like, you can teach him all the songs, you can learn music. And when he gets big enough and he can talk, she's like, he can't even do anything now because he's like a baby. But I was like, he'll learn, just give it a couple years, And then I was like, when he goes to school, you can like walk him to class and stuff, and it'll be fun. And then she was like, yeah. Then she just kept eating her snack. I don't know. I've never had a brother, but I've always wanted one. Always have wanted an older brother, which impossible for that to happen now. But it's all cool. Also, just boy students, like little kids, like kindergarten and first grade, they are so funny to me. Boys are so silly. They just make you laugh. Like they just bring joy to my day. Not that the girl students don't, but specifically the boy students are so funny. They're just so silly. I love it. I just like observing them play because it's hilarious. And they're just so fun. They're just so silly. I like little kids because they're silly. Like they just bring out that youthfulness and joy in life. Like you just can't help but smile and laugh, which is good for your soul. So that's why teaching kindergarten and first grade is my favorite. All right, my brows are on. They are bold and arched and in charge. We're going to kind of blend them a little bit using this old Black Radiance mascara. How long have I been using this old mascara to blend my brows? It's all dried up, but it works great to blend them. And the wand is like the perfect size for how I do my brows, so where it doesn't mess them up. It's about to get really busy though. These next few weeks preparing I can't even speak today, preparing for the Fine Arts Festival, which is not good because I have to interview people, so I need to be able to talk clearly. I need to be able to articulate. All right, the brow's done. I kind of smudged a little bit right here, the black. I kind of messed it up, but I think I just fixed it. I think you can really tell. No, you can't really tell. You can't tell. No, you can't tell. I'm just gonna tap over with the foundation brush. All right, let's move on to these eyes. We're gonna do a very simple look. My computer's dying. Let me get my charger and I'll be back. I'm diffusing some ylang ylang, lavender and lemon. That's one of my favorite combinations. I normally will take out the lemon and diffuse ylang ylang and lavender at night because it really does like calm you and helps you sleep and like de-stress. But when I add that lemon, it just makes it super fresh. I love citrus scents for the home. I like citrus scents. Sometimes I like the warm, like, vanilla, cozy fireplace kind of smells, but mostly I like citrus all year round. I like citrus. All right, let's see. So this is my only Pat McGrath palette that I own, and this is the Mothership 2. It's just so luxurious. Every time I pull it out, I'm like, wow. And for today's look, I'm going to recreate one of Kinky Sweat's. I always forget how to pronounce her first name. Alicia? I think that's her first name, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't even taken the plastic off the mirror because I can still see pretty well. But we're going to take the shade Iconic, which is this bronze shade, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. Especially since I have no idea what I'm wearing today. I wanted to do her like simple neutral look. I'm going to apply this all over the lid with my finger. Am I getting a little style in my eye? Looks like I might. Ooh, this is so smooth. These Pat McGrath shadows are so smooth. Like my finger's just like gliding over my eye. It feels really nice, actually. Wow. I'm probably like, you're using a $125 eyeshadow palette with your fingers? You barbaric human. But yo, I just like prefer applying shimmers with my finger. That was very New York of me. I was like, yo, my dad's from New York. I lived in Maryland for a little bit. That's like the closest to growing up in the North ever, which when you look at history, Maryland was considered the South. But yeah. The shadow is really, really pretty. You can just, like she said, with these shimmers, how smooth they are, you can get away with just applying one eyeshadow shade and being done. And if I were in a rush or like going for a job interview, that's kind of what I do. With a shade like this, that's a shimmery brown. You guys know I love a shimmery brown all over my lid, and then just mascara. I'm addicted to shimmery brown shadows. For real. No cap. Now I'm going to go in with a brush to further apply this to the lid. Let's use the Wet n Wild brush. Hilarious. We're using the Wet n Wild like dollar brush in the $125 eyeshadow palette. But it's nice and flat and dense to further just like packing the pat on the lid. Not that it really needs it, but you know, just to say that we did, I guess. I'm also like taking it in the crease a little bit. It also gives it a little bit more of like a foiled look with the brush, even though the brush is dry just because of how dense and flat it is. I hate when my nose runs while I'm trying to do my makeup. Gee, is so rude and inconsiderate. How dare my nose? Okay. And I'm kind of blending with this brush too. Because why not? Even though it's not made for blending whatsoever. Okay, so that's what my lids are looking like. You can see how you could just get away with this one shadow and just apply mascara, apply it to your lower lash line, which I'm going to do now with this same brush because it comes to a nice point or has a nice edge to it. And you could be done, really. You don't have to be complicated at all. But then she took the shade Copper Toned and she put that on the inner third and of the lid and the lower lash line. I'm going to do that as well. And then she took another shade and put it in the like tear duct area. We're going to do the exact same thing for our look today. She used fancy brushes to match the fancy palette though, but I am not. And you can build it up to be as intense as you would like or not. Since I have no idea what I'm wearing, I'm keeping my makeup very neutral. I always feel like one eye comes out more intense than the other. And make sure that you connect it in this outer area. Okay. That's that. Now going with this other brush. No, I want this one. This is a Coastal Scents brush. It's what I use for cut creases. Excuse me. We're going to take the shade Copper Toned, which I don't think I've ever even used. I don't think I've touched it. Copper Toned. And we're going to place that on the inner third of the lid and lower lash line, just to add a little bit of dimension. That's pretty. To the eyes, to the look. That is really pretty. And on my skin, it pops way more than it does on her skin. It looks way more copper. She is copper toned. She is bronze. No, she's copper toned. Wow, that's really pretty. Just like a peekaboo. This shade right in here. Yeah, it definitely pops off on my skin more because I'm darker. Way more like coppery. Like for me, I feel like this color would look better like on the outer corner than the inner because it's darker than the shade that's on my lid. But I like it. It's really pretty. I'll have to use this shade more often. Yeah, it comes off way more coppery orange on my skin. That is pretty. And like I said, keeping it just in this inner portion. I'm just making sure that it's laid in there, that it is in there, that the bag is secured. Shadow is secured. Cute. I really like that. I like what that's doing. With the same brush, we're going to take it on this lower inner part of my lash line. Open the eyes up. Add a little bit of dimension. And then last but not least, she took the shade, Skin Show Glow or Astral Ghost Orchid. I think Skin Show Glow, and she put that in the tear duct. Which we will do. This is really pretty. In person, it's way more dynamic and vibrant than I feel like it's showing on camera, which is cool. Cool. All right, so I'm going to take Skin Show Glow, which is this light pink shade. Hold on. This shade, can you see it? Let me move back. This shade right here. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And I know with the bronze, it really looks pretty. I'm just going to take a small little Coastal Scents brush and just place that right here in the tear duct. You can see it adds just a hint of brightness right there. Put that directly in the tear duct area. All right. I'm going to kind of clean up under my eye, right in here, where the glitter kind of came down too low, wipe that away. And that is the eye look. It looks a lot more vibrant and dynamic in person. Looks a little washed out on camera, but that's it. You could really do so much with this palette. And she was saying this is the most like everyday friendly. And I agree, which is why I got this one first. And I need to use it more. Maybe I'll just do this palette all next week. Looks with this palette this coming week. So I'm going to keep it out. It's in my like to use drawer, but I'm going to keep it out on the countertop. All right, next for the eyes, we're using the BoxyCharm product, which is the Better Than Sex Too Faced Mascara. Y'all, my nose is legit running. So annoying. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my nose ring off. that she gets covered in makeup. I get so many compliments on this nose ring. Shout out to Pata Pata Jewelry. I really love Duran. Her energy, like I've never met her. She lives all the way in Israel, but just her energy through the stuff that she says and like the emails that we've had between each other personally, like I just know that we would be friends, like in real life. And I could babysit her kids. I didn't know she has 3 kids. She looks so young. Anyways, all right, we're gonna apply this mascara to upper and lower lashes. I have used it before. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad at all by any means. And this retails for $24. You can find it at Ulta and Sephora, I believe. A lot of people, well, some people say that this flakes on them. I can't remember if it did that to me. That's one coat. Don't mind me, I'm just putting stuff away during the middle of a video. But I have to put things away as I go. That's just who I am. I got a little bit of mascara on my lid, but am I going to take time to fix it today? Nope. Going in with another coat layer. This layers up really well. Going for kind of more dramatic lashes. So I'm gonna go in with lots of coats. So I'm gonna be here for a long time. Putting on mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the lower lashes and come back to the upper lashes. I don't know why I keep dipping it back into the thing. It's actually not good because it supposedly puts more air in there, which can dry it out faster. Well, for lower lashes, this just like with one coat made them look amazing. This formula is also kind of wet, so just be careful. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of this on my lid. Especially on this eye. This is my eye that has the struggle upper lashes. Might actually have to go in and like use my Pat McGrath palette in the black shade and do like a little smoky liner to cover this up. Which I actually have time to do. I am ahead of schedule, surprisingly. Well, my dog woke me up ahead of schedule, so that's why. I was planning to sleep in for like another 30 minutes or just like lay in bed. I was actually up watching YouTube, but not actually like get up and actively start getting ready. And now I'm ahead. of schedule. Excuse me, and all the mucus I have in my system. I know it's so nasty, but like I've had this cough for so long. I just want to get all of it out, get it out of me. Okay, I think I'm almost done building this mascara up. As much as I possibly can. I could probably benefit from like curling my lashes and then going with more mascara. I feel like that would really like take my lashes to the next level, but I'm too lazy for all that. I just like built, well, you see how I built that up like crazy. Crazy, crazy volume. Yes, love it. I was going for more thick, super voluminous, glamorous lashes today. And this just did that by layering it up a bunch. But you see how I messed up on this lid. So we're gonna let it dry completely and then I will go in and do I just want to like smudge it with the bronze? I think I'm just gonna use the bronze shade that I put all over the lid instead of going in with black because that can get messy. But this mascara works, as you can see. The lashes look great. I applied lots and lots of coats and layers, but it gave me what I wanted. You can go way more natural too if you don't do as many coats. So, yep. And let's move on to the last product. This is the lip product from February BoxyCharm. The Trestique Prime and Glaze Lip Crown. So there's a primer, and then there's the color side. The color glaze effortlessly glides onto your lips to leave behind a pop of soft, shiny color. Let's try it. So, oh, this is the balm. You just pull it out and it twists up. So cute, so smart. So let's show you this. So this is what it looks like, the packaging, super cute. And then for the balm, it says primer inside on a little sticker. You pop this part out and there's your balm. Okay. I just exfoliated my lips. They're still kind of dry. Okay, okay. Okay, this balm is not bad. All right. Balm back in. And then you take out the color. Oh, it's a different shape. Look at the shape. I actually really like this shape a lot. First, I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, interesting shape. But it works. So I started on the outer edge. I'm kind of blending it towards the middle. All right, this is very comfortable. It's not super opaque or intense. You could probably build it up. I like the amount of color I have now, though. It looks very natural. And like I said, a teach color. Ooh, it's magnetized. So this is magnetized. It like snaps on. Love that. I love that it's magnetized. So this is the finished makeup look. It is very soft. We're gonna release the puff. I don't know how these hairs are kind of trying to lay, but y'all see. I'm looking like a pineapple. A fine apple. I'll never forget when that kid called me a pineapple in my previous school. Oh, pineapple looking head. Because I normally wear my hair up in a puff like this. She's looking kind of wild. Some of the pieces in the front are literally like just sticking straight out. That's okay. Overall, this look is really cute. I'm happy with the way my hair turned out. I'm happy with the way the makeup turned out. I'm happy with my February BoxyCharm. And yeah, and I just need to figure out what I'm going to wear and like what earrings I want to put on to like just bring everything together. But I love the way the eyes turned out, and the pinkness of the inner corner with the pink lip, it's like really playing off each other. Oh, let me go ahead and make sure the lashes are dry. Let me go ahead and fix the mistake I made on my lid. What brush did I use to apply that shadow? I can't even remember. Oh, was it this one? I don't know. We're gonna use this one. And I just put the palette away. You have to like unwrap it out of the box. I keep it in the box because the box is so pretty. So we're just gonna take Iconic, which is that bronze shade that's all over my lid. And I'm just gonna use this small brush and smudge away where the mascara marks are. Oh yeah, that erased it pretty much instantaneously. There goes Nola. Yeah, that worked fine. This side is not bad at all. All right, fixed that. But now I feel like I need to go in with more mascara. Yeah, that made a difference. Now, if you let it dry down completely all the way and go in with another coat, that's when you'll start to get clumps. But as long as you do it when it's like still damp, I find that this mascara does not clump. But now that my lashes are completely dry, I'm getting just a couple clumps, but I got them out. So that's just something to note if you are gonna build it up like I am. I mean, y'all see how great my lashes look. Do you see that? All right, we are done. The makeup is done for real now. I just need to get dressed, put my earrings on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do my hair and my makeup using the February BoxyCharm products. I use all the products in the box except for the cleanser because I don't want to open it yet. So I'm definitely taking this with me today. It's very comfortable on the lips. It said shiny finish, but to me this looks more like matte, which I'm cool with. You know, you can put a gloss over top if you want. I'm just gonna leave it as is. But yeah, I really like the way that the makeup come out. The mascara is great. The primer I already knew I loved. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Make it a superb Saturday.